Hello, everyone. Listen, this month, the month of March, is Women's History Month. And I specifically want to talk to you ladies about a concept or notion of compounding versus rebounding. So, welcome to this month's edition of First Friday Finances with Rita. It's a pleasure. So, listen, I recently heard a couple of my colleagues give an example of where we as women, specifically, not to say that this doesn't apply to men, we specifically want to give thought to the notion of compounding versus rebounding. Now, where am I going with this? So some of you may recall the 2008-2009 market adjustment, which was volatile as it relates to many of us who had monies in the market at that time. And it took about 10 years for those who had monies in the market to actually get to a position of recovering from that or rebounding from that. One of the things that I actually talk to my clients about always are safe money solutions. Not that I have an aversion of any way towards the market. However, when I work with my clients, I work with them with solutions that will help them to accumulate funds at a pretty decent rate of return outside of the market, so they don't have to be dealing with or managing to the fluctuations that occur within the market. So here's a scenario. Work with me. You may want to get a pen for this. Let's say you have $1,000 and there's $1,000 that you invested in the market. However, of that $1,000 balance that you have in the market, there was a 20% drop in the market. So the amount of funds you would then have in the market is $800. Let's say the next year there's an increase in the market, okay? And that increases by 20%. Now, one would likely think that then you would have been able to gain your earnings back and be back at the $1,000. No, it doesn't work that way. It's not dollar for dollar when you incur a loss in the market. It takes a little bit longer to recoup that money once you incur a loss. So be mindful of that, okay? Now, if you've talked with me or if you've come to any of my workshops, you know that we leverage index-based accounts for our clients as relates to helping them with growth of their funds and doing so safely. So if you take that same $1,000 and let's say there's a cap rate of 9%, at the end of that second year where I've referenced in the market, you would have $960 and not your $1,000 back. Well, had that same $1,000 been invested in an index-based solution, you would actually now be at $1,090. I just wanted to look just to make sure I gave you the number because I worked the numbers before I'm doing this recording. At any rate, you would be at $1,090. There's a difference between $960 and $1,090. So I implore you to connect with me to learn more about the possibilities of safe money solutions. I invite you to connect with me to get an invitation to one of my next money workshops, right? Whether it be virtual or in person. I'd love to have you join me. Again, there is no obligation. It's just opportunity to learn more about how to leverage the monies that you have to ensure that you can receive a very decent rate of return from a safe money solution perspective on what you have. Rita Stewart, here to help. Thank you so much for connecting with me, for following me. Be sure to like this page. Be sure to leave any comments with additional questions. Be sure to share this with someone who may be, interested in figuring out, what's the next step in terms for me managing to my short-term financial goals as well as my long-term financial goals. Blessings to you and know that I so appreciate you. Until next time.